Hey there, I'm Christopher Tuttle. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the whole world's gotten a little tangled. We're divided, we're distracted, loud in all the wrong places, and painfully quiet where it counts. Now, a lot of folks feel lost, not because they took a wrong turn, but, because the map just doesn't make sense anymore. Now, some feel unaccepted, some feel shunned. Some are part of a community just trying to exist with dignity and love, while others, they're not sure how to show support without stepping on a landmine. And then there are the ones who feel like faith no longer has room for them, or even worse, that it never did in the first place. But here's the thing. I believe there's still room for all of us. We don't have to agree on every line to share the same table. We can hold boundaries and compassion, and we can be honest without being cruel, and we can build a space where people are safe to show up. Messy, tender, whole, questioning, faithful, doubtful, healing, or just plain tired. Because more and more people are out there searching for an answer they don't even know how to ask the question for. Now, I don't pretend to have all the answers or even any of the answers, but I've got a few stories to share. I've got a heart that's been around the block a few times and, a deep belief that grace doesn't come with a dress code or a background check. And sometimes when the world feels heavy, what you need isn't a pep talk. You need a booth, a table at a diner, a warm mug of coffee, and someone who'll say to you, "You're not crazy, you're just human, and you're not alone." Now, before I became the guy behind the mic and the camera, I was the guy behind a few others. I was in country radio for decades, a little bit of television, a few movies. I actually once pulled a revolver on legendary actor L.Q. Jones. Well, professionally, I promise. But somewhere between the sound checks and the sermons, I found myself called to something a little quieter. These days, they call me the Route 66 Chaplain. Now, not behind a pulpit, but behind the wheel, serving folks at weddings, walking with people through the hard stuff, listening more than I talk, believe it or not. Now, most days I think grace sounds a lot like an old diner jukebox. Low, a little dusty, but still playing the songs that matter. And the road that brings it all together, for me, it's Route 66. It's a stretch of highway that, it's seen more prayers, breakdowns, and breakthroughs than most church pews ever will. Now that's where Faith and Good Courage comes in. That's why Faith and Good Courage was born. It's not a sermon. It's not a TED Talk. Definitely not a 5-point plan for living the best life. This is storytelling for the spiritually road-weary, the ones who felt lost, found, left behind, or blessed beyond words, and sometimes all of those in one day. Now, each episode offers real stories, moments from the road, from the heart, and the in-between places we don't talk about enough. Now, some are mine, some are borrowed from fellow travelers, but all of them carry that quiet kind of hope you'll only find on the long way around. And because I really can't seem to stay parked for very long, there's a side trip I'd love to tell you about. It's called Healing Highway. Now, it's just me, a camera, a microphone, my truck, and a hot cup of coffee somewhere along Route 66. No crew, no script, just raw visual storytelling from the side of the road. Moments that didn't need a stage. They just needed to be witnessed. Now, Healing Highway is a 7-episode miniseries filmed right where the pavement hums and the spirit feels closest. We'll be submitting to the national publications and sharing it right here on YouTube between full podcast seasons. A little soul rest stop along the way. I kind of look at it that way. Now, if you're someone who wants to go a little deeper, who listens with one ear open for something sacred. Well, there's something else, well, I've made a little space for. That's called the sacred layer. Think of it like a bonus track or a behind-the-scenes soul reflection. These are short, optional meditations that unpack biblical principles woven into each season of Faith and Good Courage. It's for the faithful, it's for the curious, and anyone wondering how grace still shows up in modern miles. So yeah, Faith and Good Courage isn't about having it all figured out. It's about saying, well, it's about staying soft, when the world is hardened a little bit. It's about showing up anyway, tired, tangled, still trying, and finding something holy in the stretch between gas stations. Now, if this sounds like the kind of road trip, pull up a seat, the coffee's hot, the mic is on, and the stories, well, they're just getting started. You're going to find me at Faith and Good Courage. All the versions will be playing soon on the YouTube channel, so please hit the subscribe button below, give me a thumbs up. The podcasts, they will be available wherever your soul pulls over to listen, will be found on a podcast platform near you. So thanks for sharing time with me. And remember, travel well, my friends, and as always, have faith and good courage.